I am so excited that you're here because today I have a friend, and hang on, I'm gonna introduce her in just a second, but we're gonna make a super easy dinner that your kids can make themselves. Jennifer is my friend, the sauce goddess. And so what are we gonna make? You're gonna be running the show.
I'm super excited. I love teaching kids to cook, and so a really fun recipe, we're gonna make pulled chicken, barbecue chicken pulled, and then smashed potatoes that they can make with their own little hands.
I love it.
It's gonna be a blast.
So we'll get started in just a second. Remember, you're at Cast Iron Babe, which is all about feed the people, nourish yourself, and build strong families. You're gonna wanna subscribe and like, and are you hungry yet? Are you ready to go?
Yeah,
Okay, let's go. Okay, so first let's start with the chicken.
All right, so the first thing we're gonna do is, this is a store-bought rotisserie chicken. If you feel like cooking one yourself, go for it. This is pretty easy, and gosh, they're everywhere now. We are going to, or your children are going to, take the meat from the bone. And that's it. Off it goes into a bowl. We're gonna do the whole thing. Do something with the carcass afterwards if you feel like it. But the kids are just gonna do this part. And you will be shocked at how much chicken their little fingers will get off of this thing.
That.
It will be picked clean. And you have to do this with a cool chicken. Don't do this with one you just bought home from the store and it's, 5,000 degrees or something. And Julianne, while I'm working on this, why don't you go ahead and get the potatoes started?
Okay, so am I boiling all of them?
Yeah, go ahead and boil all of them. We're gonna put them in some salted water.
Okay.
Bring them to a boil, cook them for 10 minutes.
Okay, awesome.
And then we're ready to smash.
I'm gonna grab this and go do the potatoes.
All right.
I am following my orders from Jennifer, and so we've got some boiling water here. I'm gonna just add a little bit of olive oil. Put a little, salt it up a little bit. How much salt should I put in, Jen?
Just a pinch, like a teaspoon at the most.
Okay, I need a little bit more then. Perfect. And now I can just put the potatoes in to boil. So gently lower those in. And you know what? I think we're gonna do it in two. All right, so how?
Yes,
Okay, so
you have a question.
So, yes, I do. So how long are we gonna boil these?
About 10 minutes. We don't want them overcooked.
Okay.
So no more than 10.
Okay.
You can stick a fork in there and make sure it's done.
Okay.
But they should not be mushy. This is not mashed potatoes.
Okay, no mashed potatoes. Okay, the potatoes are boiling. Is the chicken ready?
All right, yeah, I am done. I've got just the carnage of the carcass. Now, little fingers would make better work of that. There'd definitely be more chicken.
Okay, yum. Okay,
Oh my gosh,
so
this smells so amazing.
So this has been heating low and slow.
Excellent.
Okay.
So I'm gonna put a little bit of oil in, a little bit of butter and a little bit of oil in there.
Okay.
So everything doesn't get dried out. And everything's better with a little bit of butter, right?
Okay.
We'll get that
Always.
melty, and we will toss the chicken in.
I love it. Okay, so when you're done cooking the chicken, then what's gonna happen?
I just want to get it just a little bit crispy, just slightly.
Okay.
And then we're gonna add sauce.
Love it.
So my question for you, and normally, if we're cooking for kids, I'm gonna use the sticky sweet. This is super mild, super low salt, all the good stuff. And then I think I remember you like it spicy.
Oh yeah, baby.
So I thought we would go with our 5-time award-winning habanero.
Oh, I love it. You just won that award too. Congratulations.
Yeah, first place for spicy barbecue
I love
sauce
it.
with Food Network judges. I
Oh
was
my
like super
God,
stoked.
That's amazing. So yeah, we're going with spicy.
I brought a little something for you to wear while we cook.
Oh yeah.
The chili pepper necklace. You get to wear that while we cook the chicken.
I got the chili pepper
And then we'll use the habanero sauce. So we will make spicy as all get out.
I love it.
Pulled chicken.
Okay, let's get going here.
All right.
Love this.
Melty, melty.
Yeah. Oh my God, it's so easy. And look at all that food. It's a lot of food.
So this is like, family of, 4 kids, 2 adults. So just a little riff on this exact meal would be you could take these potatoes, smash them, put the barbecue chicken on top and a little cheese, and you've got like pulled chicken nachos if you wanted to do something a little over the top. It's just, I'm always out for options, And we'll just let that cook for like 5 minutes. 5 minutes, we're just warming it back up again, because remember it was cold over there. To be able to pull it, it has to be cold.
Right.
So we've got to warm it back up. We'll add our sauce.
Good.
And see if I can get this open on the first try. I did.
Exciting. Talk about Sauce Goddess. How did it all come about?
It all started with a recipe of my dad's. So my dad, he actually doesn't like it spicy, or didn't like it spicy. And he didn't like liquid smoke. So I grew up with, since the time I was like 3 or 4, he was making a sauce really similar to this. So I grew up with a sauce with no smoke. So I went away to college and I bought my first bottle. I was a cheap college student. I bought the plain wrap, barbecue sauce. And I opened it up and I put it on chicken. I was like, oh God, what is this? This is so gross. Then I went home and said, okay, what's the deal with the barbecue sauce? Because I had no clue. I'd never bought my own ingredients before.
Right.
Yeah, I was late 19. It's not like I was going to the grocery store and,
Exactly. So you had to wrangle him to finally get the recipe for this, right?
Well, the first thing I said was, I need the recipe, and he said, what recipe? Because it wasn't a recipe. He was just opening up ketchup and Worcestershire sauce and all that. First thing I'm gonna do is lower this down.
Okay.
We don't need it super high. We're gonna put it on low, and we're just gonna warm this up. And I'm gonna put maybe half a jar in, and let's see how that is when we stir it around. You can put it a lot in there if you want it super saucy, or you can just have it a little nod to the barbecue sauce and the pulled chicken. So smoke-free barbecue sauce.
Love it.
It doesn't have that inherent taste.
One of the things that I love about every single one, I've got all of the barbecue sauces and I've got all of the seasonings, and they are all equally good and unique.
So this is ready to go.
Good, and these
do you want it saucier or do you want just a little bit?
I'm gonna ask the crew, do you want it saucier? No? Okay, all right, awesome. Okay, let me get a fork. It's got habanero in it, it's gonna be good.
It should be sweet and hot.
So good. And you get that spicy and then you feel like you need to eat the spicy again, right?
Right.
Okay.
Well, so
hang on, let me get another fork.
The super fun part about the habanero with a sweet sauce, because this is sweet, is that the sugar and the capsaicin don't hit your taste buds at the same time. The sugar dissolves, then you get the heat. Then you eat more and the sugar cools you down and then it gets hotter again. So it's just this really cool little thing that happens. I love using sweet and chilies together. It's a really neat combination.
That's good. All right, delicious.
All right, you gonna test those?
Okay,
It's been 10
so
minutes.
I'm just gonna.
Perfect.
Okay,
Done.
they're done.
Yep.
Okay, all right. So now we'll get to smashing them.
Yep.
Sound good?
Yep, sounds great.
All right, we'll do that
Next step. These have been drained and cooled, and then I'm just gonna put them here and I'm gonna look down at the potato and just smash. Here's the thing, you guys, when you're cooking with kids, they love this hands-on stuff, and to be able to see the potato transform is super fun. So give it a try.
Okay, it's my turn now. Okay, I love it. And it's pretty hard to mess this up.
It is, and you don't want to go, you're not trying to obliterate it. You're just trying to, we're not trying to mash it to death. You just kind of want to split it a little bit.
Okay,
so that it has,
did I mash it too much?
No, that's great.
Okay.
That's perfect.
All right.
They're probably actually cooked slightly too much.
Okay.
Because that's what happens when they're cooked too much. Is just they start to kind of fall apart, but that's not bad. Because think of it this way, we're sort of making little round, flat, hash brownie kind of things, because they're gonna be crispy and wonderful, so the more edges it has, the better.
Okay, excellent. Once we get all of these done, then we're gonna throw them on the griddle.
Yeah, we're gonna throw them on the griddle.
So I'm gonna start that. Should I get it going?
That's awesome,
Okay,
yes.
all right, I'll do that.
You do that, I'll smash.
So I am melting the butter while the goddess over there is finishing smashing the potatoes. And then we're gonna fry them up.
Incoming potatoes!
Yay, look at that!
Look at how cute they are. It's like a little army of potatoes.
Great. So can I just start putting them right on there?
And I can do it too. I can
Love
do this
it.
end.
Get it done really quickly here. So this is really beautiful because this actually, even given the fact that we're using butter, this is a very healthy meal. One of the things I really feel good about with all of your sauces and your seasoning is I know that there's no junk in any of it. And it's actually coming from a place of love.
Yeah.
And that's one of the reasons that we're doing what we're doing with Cast Iron Babe, is because we want to bring people together through food and being in the kitchen and just serving each other.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm all about, cooking, and one of the joys that I get is just making people happy. It fills my buckets by cooking for them.
Me too.
It makes me feel so great to be able to cook a good meal for someone and say, this is my gift to you. I love this. Here you go.
Right. And it's just not slamming a bunch of food together. It's made with love.
Yeah. And the ingredients that we've got in our stuff are all super clean, so it gives me something fun to cook with. And sometimes my friends are like, don't you ever cook with something that isn't Sauce Goddess? And I'm like,
why would I?
Well, occasionally, but not so much, I got a nice little selection going, so.
Well, I think that we have a common love language, which is cooking and feeding for people. So
for sure.
it's awesome. All right, so now these are frying up.
Yes, you could probably turn that on slightly hotter if you wanted
Okay.
to. Just, I don't know if you've got it
Turn
on
up a
low or
little,
what
put
it's.
it on medium.
Yeah, medium.
Yeah.
And then when we flip them, we'll season them with the steakhouse seasoning.
What
It's
I
okay.
love is you have all these different seasonings. So you could do the steakhouse seasoning on some, or you could put my favorite, which is sweet heat.
We could do that now.
Right,
if you
so
want,
we
yeah.
can do, so everybody can kind of choose what they want.
Let's just get them bubbling is all I'm thinking. So,
Pop them up just a bit.
yeah, just so they'll get, nice and brown. It does take a little bit, and we're looking for browning, which is not happening yet. So,
Okay. All right, well, we'll come back when it's time.
Okay.
What do you think? One of the things that I really love that you said, and I don't know exactly how you phrased it, but about it doesn't have to be perfect. I know when I was a kid, I used to get so stressed out if I just did one thing that wasn't right, right? What is beautiful is that you kind of set it up ahead of the time. It's like, okay, it's not supposed to be perfect.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be messy. All it matters is it tastes good and you made it with love.
exactly.
Okay.
And you can cook with your hands, and there's no sharp instruments required. That kind of thing. I mean, yes, mom and dad, the grown-ups or the older kids are still handling the cast iron because you don't need a 5-year-old, around this unless they're very savvy in the kitchen. But it doesn't have to be perfect. These are just going to be wonderful and crunchy and delicious on the plate, and they're going to taste fantastic and perfectly matched with the chicken.
Now, you said once we turn them, then we start putting some of this on?
Yep.
So just how much?
Just as if you're putting salt and pepper on, it's fine.
Oh, it smells so good.
I know, right? Well, there's fennel in that, and thyme, and salt and pepper, and garlic, and it's actually totally our all-purpose seasoning. I mean, I use that I roast vegetables with that a lot. I love roasted broccoli in particular, and I like it on grilled asparagus. It's great on fish and chicken, and
There we go.
you're gonna be wearing super chunk and butter on your
Probably.
sleeve, yeah.
Probably. That's okay. And then we got the American, or the Jamaican jerk. So I
Jamaican
did,
jerk.
all right. So
We'll do another batch with
do another batch.
with the Jamaican jerk.
Okay, perfect. All right, so they're almost done.
So now, we're just gonna wait. Yeah, these are gonna take another minute. We probably need a little bit more butter and a little
Okay.
more oil.
All right,
Let's
okay.
just do a tiny bit more of
Here's
each.
butter,
Okay, I'll do that.
and here's oil.
So we're using oil and butter combo because it's
you
gonna
need more oil?
keep the butter from burning.
Make it more
If we have
oil.
just a little bit of oil on there. I mean, the same thing would happen if we were using ghee or something because it doesn't have the dairy fat in there. The dairy fat's what burns, but the dairy fat's also what tastes really good. So,
There we go.
so you could put, as little or as much butter as you want in here. You could just, go to town if you want.
Might as well. I wish that you could smell this. It smells so good.
It's the combo of, the butter, the potato flavor, delicious, and then that super chunk. As all of those herbs in there, the mustard, the cilantro, the coriander, cilantro seed, as everything's just starting to heat up. Yum.
All right.
Awesome.
Okay.
And these are
up.
Well, here's the thing. They're actually already done. It's just,
good.
do you want it crunchy like that piece, or do you want it not crunchy?
You could do some with and
or
some
maybe
without.
look,
the
it's
crunch.
crunchy on the
That's
other
good.
side. Okay, we're good.
Okay. All right.
ready to
Let's
try?
serve these up.
Okay.
Let's serve them up.
All right.
I've got the chicken.
All right.
I'll bring that back over here, and will we turn it on just
Yeah. Just to warm it up
for a
again.
moment? We're gonna warm it up. Okay.
then
And then we'll serve it up.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna grab the plates here.
Love it.
and
Good.
I'll get us some potatoes.
Do it. Yum.
You'll have fun.
I know.
This is great. So I'm just getting a few, equal opportunity potatoes
Love
here. And
Okay. So for now, let's just share.
oh yeah, sure,
it.
totally.
Okay.
And I'm putting more on there. There we go.
All right.
If you want extra sauce, now at this point we can also shake a little bit more of that super chunk on there, the steakhouse seasoning.
Okay. There.
It's funny. This one actually, I used to call this original super chunk, even though it wasn't my original product. But I used it so much like a steakhouse, I changed the label. Little backstory into this product.
Yum.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get chicken.
I'm taking potato.
All right. I love it. Get the right bite.
Just the perfect bite.
All right. Cheers. So good. So good. Okay.
Oh, yum. Okay. I think the thing is, I could probably live on barbecue chicken and potatoes, but I
I
know.
think I might be able to as well. Love it. Oh my gosh, this is great. Thank you so much.
It was so good. Hey, thanks for inviting me over.
Yeah,
This was terrific.
It was good. It was good. So don't go anywhere. There's more videos you're going to want to watch. We'll get all the details about Jennifer down below in our description. Again, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
And I know that the guys are hungry and ready to eat. So you guys ready to go?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Awesome.
let's do it. Okay.
Thanks.
All right. I'll see you on the next episode of the Cast Iron Babe.